My name is Israel Tordoya Henkel. I am a farmer, food justice activist, scientist, and I founded Mariposas Rebeldes last year in the months leading up to the pandemic. Mariposas Rebeldes is a queer Latinx-led agricultural and food collective. We do things like start urban gardens, do educational workshops. Mariposas Rebeldes started in my backyard. It was just a small sort of backyard garden that I would have friends over to sort of help me create raised beds, and we sort of evolved into a gathering space and place that had a lot of energy, something that I think was missing in the Atlanta community. People have an idea about what urban agriculture is supposed to look like and what forms it takes and who is allowed to do it and what those people look like. We really try to break out of that and demonstrate how we can really use different gardening techniques that might not be exactly what people are thinking about and integrate that into an entire way of processing food rather than just growing it and having that be disconnected from the end product. There is an absence of spaces in the Atlanta urban agriculture community that specifically center queer and trans, indigenous, Latinx folks. So many migrants and Latinx identified folks work in agriculture and are used for their labor and exploited for their labor. There really needs to be a reversal of that. There needs to be more opportunities for land ownership by Latinx farmers and growers, and there needs to be a way for those people to connect. Part of how capitalism builds its power is by isolating people and driving them apart and preventing them from seeking out community. We can look towards a more integrated food system in general. We can take inspiration from the peasant food web, where there are nodes of food growth and food production and translation of that into a finished product, rather than the more hierarchical and disconnected food chain that the entire Western world really relies on for its food. That system is inherently fragile and unsustainable. So really looking at more local, community-focused efforts, not just to grow summer vegetables like tomatoes and leafy greens and whatever, but looking at grains and food forests, fruit trees, things that you can incorporate into the landscape and not have to focus so much on production because it's more distributed and you have more opportunities to seek that out. We just passed a pretty important threshold of being able to purchase land in Southeast Atlanta. Really looking forward to having our own space and really can't wait to share it with everyone because it's something that's sorely needed and it's in a place where it can do a lot of good. Our Instagram is Mariposas Rebeldes. We have an upcoming event, the Dandelion Festival, on April 25th from 5 to 10. It will be a fun little ritualistic romp in the East Atlanta Village Farmers Market. We are abolishing money for the exchange of goods in this event. We're trying to really imagine what an alternative economy based on sharing and building relationships might look like.